I think Winslow offers so many things. If you start with a unified team, the unified basketball team, which is probably one of the greatest activities that we have to promote inclusivity. It brings the school together. You see students going to games that sometimes wouldn't go to, maybe even a regularly scheduled basketball game. You see the community come into the building and just cheer on our kids, and not only our kids, but other students who are on the unified team.
Like how everybody knows each other and supports every sports team.
So, I know you play Unified. Do you want to talk a little bit about it?
I like when cheering on me.
I like how everybody comes out and supports the unified team and makes them feel like they're.
I think that one of the best things that we do here is inclusivity, particularly in education and extracurricular. It's the best school that I've ever worked at that actually promotes it. It doesn't. Before I even started working here, people were saying that you need to work at Winslow. Since day one, I've been made to feel so welcome. That welcoming spirit doesn't go just to me, it goes to everybody who walks in this building. I've heard people say, I've never heard so many people say hello to me in a school building. It's warm, it's caring. We come together as a community. I look at students who you may think that they may be rough or a little rough around the edges, but you'll see them in my classroom giving fist bumps and helping students read. The students are just so loving, and I mean, there's so much more I can say. What makes me really proud of being in Winslow is really the students at this school.
Winslow really, everybody's included in everything. It doesn't matter who you are. Everybody does everything. Everyone's treated the same, no matter what. Be it in drama, be it in chorus, be it in sports, be it every day in the hallways. Everybody takes care of everyone. Within the community, the proud saying of once a Raider, always a Raider includes everybody that's a part of this school.
I think a lot of what makes Winslow High School is that connectedness that makes us that community. And when I look up and down the hallways and look in different classrooms, I see a science class that has students of all different abilities helping each other learn those important science concepts. I can look across the hall and see a math class where the same thing is going on, where there's students with certain needs that are being met, not just by the teachers that are in there, but upperclassmen that are in there helping each other and helping the other students be successful in the classroom. Success doesn't happen in isolation at Winslow High School. It happens all over the place with all students supporting each other.
I think at Winslow High School, inclusion kind of happens on its own. It's not really something that students really have to work very hard at. I think it's part of the community and part of the culture here, which is pretty neat. Every student is seen as having value, and I think our students look at each other as peers and equals, and that's pretty important.
How many children? 4? 1, 2.
Oh, good job. Thank you, guys. Now we're even. Good job.
You're welcome.
Good job on the pizza, guys.
Every Friday we get to choose whether we want some hot beverage like tea, coffee, or hot cocoa, and they usually make a little treat. And it's always fun because it's delivered by kids with special needs, and they do a great job. They interact, they handle the money, they handle the delivery, and it's just a nice way to see them when I don't get to see them. So, and it's teaching them how to socialize, it's teaching them how to stay organized, and they just have a great time.
As a mentor in the functional science class, and I think that they're the sweetest kids at the school, and I'm glad that they're so included.
I think that Winslow gives us a great opportunity to be in the classroom because a lot of kids will talk to them in the halls and we'll get together, but in the classroom is a whole different setting, and you can help them with something that may seem super easy to someone else, but it means so much for them, for you to be right next to them, giving them confidence.
I think as a school we're really inclusive. We have a lot of clubs and a lot of things for everyone to do, and I'm really glad that we have a unified program and that we're so inclusive.
I think that along with that, we're also very accepting. So you can come from different backgrounds and have different views, and you can still voice your opinion and say what you think, and people won't attack you. Well, I did Unified last year, and the Unified student section was huge. It has the biggest turnout, and both teams, either way anyone makes a basket, everyone's cheering. It's just a lot of fun, and it's not as much like who's gonna win as look at like the community we have here and how accepting everyone is.
Yeah, I think even being in the stands, like everyone's just so supportive and nobody cares who wins. We go out of our way to say hi in the hallway or have handshakes or be able to message them or bring them to games, and I just think it's a good thing.
They'll like text us if they need help or advice or anything.
What makes me proud of Winslow High School is the community support. It's the support that we give each other. Going to a sporting event and seeing, on a Friday night at 7 o'clock, a boys soccer game, and seeing the whole football team that's over in the corner cheering on their classmates. Going to the drama festival in Ellsworth and looking around the crowd and seeing a lot of the peers of those students that aren't necessarily involved in drama, but they're there supporting their friends because that's important to them. That's what makes us us, and that's what makes Winslow High School such a great place to be, and what I consider the greatest high school in the state of Maine.